Hello everyone, Manithral here, and welcome to the weekly update video for RuneScape 3, and today is indeed Archaeology, so that is absolutely fantastic. I did want to get this video out sooner, but I was not able to due to work. So here are some of the things to go over for the skill. At level 5, you get the Dig Site Carried It, 20 Infernal Source, 42 Everlight, 68 is Ancient Summoning, which is a mystery requirement to Dagon By, 70 is a Stormguard Citadel, 76 is Warforge, 95 Ancient Invention Blueprints, mystery requirement Hal's Floating Workshop, 99 is Skill Mastery, and 120 is True Skill Mastery. So Archaeology 101. Okay, so obviously you're going to need to get your Madoc. We will be going over the tutorial in this video right after this part, then I'll go back into the script and read over the patch notes. But the capes that upon login on March 30th, you will lose your Max Cape, Completionist Cape, Trimmed Completionist Cape, and Gatherer's Cape. For Cape Hunters, Archaeology though will have a grace period for 6 months after release. This is what that means in terms of this mechanic. So those capes you will lose, but if you achieve 99 Archaeology during the 6 months grace period, you will get your Completionist and Trimmed capes back, as well as a Max Cape for reaching 99. If you don't complete this requirement by the end of the grace period, you will have to reach 120 to get your Completionist and Trimmed capes back. Archaeology is jammed with new achievements, so some people might be required to get your Completionist Cape back if you don't get it all done by the time at the end. Skills for boost, what does work is the Skill Champas Archaeology Skilling Outfit, normal, not elite, available through gameplay only, and Archaeology Elite Skilling Outfit available through gameplay only. So they both work, it's just that they're trying to clarify that both of those outfits do indeed work. Invention tool perks, not wise, but the other ones like Hone, Furnace, and New Perk. Doesn't specify. Boosts that don't work is the Wisdom, Aura, and Wise perk, refer a friend bonus, clan avatar experience lamps, bonus XP and sense sticks, pulse cores and cinder cores, and other XP boosting items. Note on account sharing. They are aware the race to the top of the high scores will be intense, and they want to ensure this is as fair as possible. As such, they will be taking action against any players who are account sharing in order to gain an unfair advantage in the rankings. Thank you for cooperation and keep this a fair fight. So that's account sharing has always been a no-no anyway, so just, you know, this is kind of a little reminder. Zodiac Track is still going on, and a lot of the events in it actually take place with Archaeology. So it should be kind of go inside with the occasional little tiny break here and there for something small with the Yak Track. There is Archaeology merch. So to prove your mastery or another classic skill with your very own Master Cape phone case available for the most popular models. As you can see it right here, that actually does look pretty sweet. Finally, it's worth pointing out that from now on, spending over $50, $60, or $70, you will get... Oh, that's the different types of currencies. I don't know which one is pound. I do apologize. We'll be getting free shipping. It's a permanent buff, so keep it in mind. Pretty awesome. They don't expect any delays to deliveries due to the ongoing COVID-19, but they will keep people posted if need be. There's a player gallery with Razer competitions. This is pretty cool. Razer headsets, they are fantastic. It's not this headset, but it is one of their newest ones. So do keep that in mind, but all you need to do is it says the player gallery is one of the favorite ways to celebrate. The idea is simple: create a piece of art featuring the whole new experience you get to live in Gillinor. and you can get a reward for doing it. Amazing prizes indeed for this competition. So the first and second, keep that in mind. Place gets a Razer Kraken Ultimate headset plus 6-month RS membership each. Third and fifth place, 3 bonds, and honorary mentions, 1 bond. So that they're not saying necessarily how many people, but they're saying there's honorary mentions. So if you have something pretty cool and you show them, doesn't quite get the top 5, you'll still get a bond. How to enter? Just simply just let your muse go ahead and go through. Create a piece of art related to archaeology. So this means painting, drawing, music recorded, 3D printed figure, 10-foot tall mural. It could be anything that is considered art. So you will need to submit via email to competitions@jaggets.com, including your entry, and your RSN. You can submit the entry starting today, and you have until Sunday, April 26, 2019. That should be 2020. 23:59 UK time. So you have up until almost basically midnight on Sunday, April 26th to get your entries in. And the winners will be announced on a Monday on May 4th in the game update news post. There's some extra loot. So there is, obviously that. But also, Razer goodies, you could use this link and enter the code JAGGETS10 prior to checkout, which will grant you 10% discount on all Razer products up until April 5th. That's actually pretty good. 10%. I got logged out there. Patch notes, we will be going over that shortly, but I do want to get into the main thing of archaeology first. There was a Linux fix. This is last week. Some of their Linux players experienced downloading and accessing game issues. They implemented a fix to resolve this, but be sure to let them know if you guys encounter any more problems. As for live streams, Tuesday, March 34th at 1700 UTC, Let's Play Archaeology. Lootscape this time around, it actually changes a little bit. So starting today, each and every RuneScape stream and featured content creator stream watched will give you a random drop from one of the following: 250 small archaeology XP or large 500 archaeology XP twitching tome, a random archaeology consumable, a random, not rare, a random archaeology consumable. Your view counter will go up on orb. And it says, by the way, you won't be able to use the twitching tomes before completing the archaeology tutorial. They don't want anyone coming in fresh and having that thing explode in your hands because the archaeology guild hasn't given you the proper training. No. And remember, all Premier Gold Club members will also get an extra drop. So that's pretty exciting. Do keep in mind, patch notes are coming here shortly. But first, let's get into the update. Let's get into the tutorial. Because this is something we've all been anticipating for a while now, ever since it was first mentioned. Now, to get here, there is a number of ways. Number one, when you first go to log in, you get a pop-up that allows you to teleport to the event. So if you had made a dig site pendant, unfortunately, it's not 100% necessary. But, if you ever want to come have a way back here, it could be handy. So, we have to talk to the acting guildmaster manager. I know I butchered that word. Are you to sign up with the Archaeology Guild? We've just recently received some serious funding and we're in need of as much help as we can get. Maybe. Why would I want to become an archaeologist, though? And take notice, the archaeology is right below dungeoneering. You want a sales pitch, right? Need a reason to get down there working on schmooze? Well, I'm sure one of these 4 core aspects of archaeology will at least get you to give it a shot. Wealth, power, fame, and stories. That's actually pretty good. Wealth is the easy one. Not only will you find artifacts with their own inherent value, we have a healthy trade going on between the guild members. So the guild itself actually has stuff going on that you can actually do. Power comes from any magical relics you discover in your career. I have no doubt adventurous sorts such as yourself could have great value increasing your power. Fame comes in form of being the first to discover something of note or importance. There's more than one way to become a world-renowned archaeologist, and it isn't all just about the most experienced. And finally, the stories. As an archaeologist, you will uncover long-forgotten tales of people and places from the past. Events lost to time, rediscovering things both mysterious and wonderful. Well, I'm sure at least one of these motivates me. Do I need any qualifications? Those can come later. I'm sure we can start you off on the basics you can learn on the job. Great, so what are the basics? First off, you're going to need some tools. Bam, we got our tools. They are placed in the tool belt, that's why they didn't pop up over there. I was like, oh no, don't tell me my internet's being duper. Those tools I just handed you will cover most of your needs, uncovering, excavation, and restoring damaged artifacts, mostly. However, we've been developing a new tool to do the actual excavation strong enough to dig out materials quickly, but delicate. But for when you need to be careful around the artifact. Take this bronze mattock to start with. Tutor hands me the bronze mattock. Alright. So, icon's not appearing for me, but left click to add it. Now, excavation is one of the 2 parts. You'll find a number of excavation spots across the various dig sites. Excavation hotspots have many names, but the first step is always to uncover them, like Seneston soil over there. Your main goal will be to slowly dig up artifacts from them, but while doing so, you obtain a number of other useful finds. We'll discuss values of these as we go. The blue bar above your head when you're excavating shows your progress towards discovering your next damaged artifact. While excavating, you will find some materials which are used to restore these damaged artifacts. To start with, you will need to uncover a new excavation hotspot that you find. Try it on the pile of sandstone just north of her. Okay, so we'll go up here, we'll click on that. Dig it, 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 dig it. Okay, so I got Centurion Remains, level requirement 1, material Imperial Iron, Purple Heart Wood, damaged artifacts, Centurion Dress Sword. So that's good. Good start. Now we spot the uncovered. You can start excavating there. And now we need to go back and see what we can find. So now I didn't actually get anything. It's just now I know what I can find there. Got some soil. And see, as you can see, the blue progress bar is going up. And I am getting different things. I got soil. I have a couple Imperial Irons, some Purple Heart Wood. As you can see, the level is going up pretty nicely, and I'm already level 2. So that's actually really cool. Oh, I thought somebody in my guild had 99 archaeology already. I was just like, oh my goodness. Now, we will get to this soil here eventually. That's what these people up here are doing. But... Ooh. So, I actually did get it. So I needed restoration stores and then 5 of each of those in order to get that. So I gotta talk to this person here. So I did find my first artifact. I don't know if that's intentional or not. I think it's intentional. I think you have to find one right off the bat. So we got our soil. Now we can go through here and do this, and this will potentially give us some other stuff that we need. As you can see, I got some iron. More iron. Purple. It'll probably give me at least another purple. This way I can store the artifact. Yeah. So now that I restored the artifact, well, I have this stuff to restore it. I have to actually experience how to restore it. So now I have to go to the restoration bench, which is over this way. And I need to enter my PIN. The authenticator, I love it, but it can be a little bit of a pain. So, we'll just posit everything. Oh, so that can't be within the material storage. So, I'll go over here, and this will actually restore the dress sword. I don't quite know what it does, but let's restore it. Alright, so I restored it, and I'm already level 5 thanks to that. So I can inspect it. It says on closer inspection is clear, just a replica of the sword. So it's not anything actually. It is definitely just a way for you to learn how to do things. So now I get to go to the next person, which is Velacula. See, there's a lot of stuff to learn here yet, guys. Oh, Velucia. Sorry. She is a collector, so I can contribute. And she handed me a relic in return for completing her collection, which I also got 1,000 chronotes. Okay, so there's many collectors in the world, not just the museum. And now I have this. My guy's saying you can kind of feel the power resonating through it. Let's find out what this is all about and how to actually use it. The cool thing is we have 1,000 chronotes. That's the thing I'm most excited for. Okay. So now we get to go to the mysterious monolith, which is actually the thing I was pointing out on the way over. Okay. I really wish that sword was RNG based and I just got like something really amazing right off the bat. That would have been really cool. Alright. So it says, I now have access to the relic power font of life. Increase maximum health by 500. So as you can see, we can actually go through here and actually click on all the different relics. But of course, this is the one that I have to actually click, confirm. So now I have an extra 500. Alright. So now I have to get to the main campus, the main building. Oh, look at that. Some people are already getting Archie, the archaeology pet. That is absolutely fantastic. And if Ludoanto92 watches my vids, congratulations. That is really awesome. Alright, feel free to use the Guildmaster's office because we are the fill-in until, I guess, Guildmaster 20 does come back. Fast travel right there for the dig sites. You got Madioc, who will actually sell different types of Maddox. Ezreal, the shopmaster. She says about getting a soil box from her. And I'm supposed to get a soil box and then go and meet back up with her. So as you can see, you got Archaeologist T, which is a temporary XP buff. The Tarpaulin Sheet, which is a finding soil, increased chance of finding soil. High Spec Monocule increases your base Maddox precision by 20%. Temporarily, and then the Material Manual increases your chance of finding materials when excavating. And Archaeology Teleport, which consumes your teleport to a dig site, basically, well, it teleports you to one of your choice. You got your Assistant, which is Soil Box Upgrade. So it's kind of like the Orbat or the Ore Box. There's actually an upgrade for it, and it increases it to 100. There's a storage upgrade to increase it by 30. And Maddox Precision upgrade increases the base precision or Maddox by 2. I think some of these can keep going up. Associate. This is different types. This is the base archaeology outfit, and there's another Maddox upgrade. So keep that in mind. And then there's an auto screener. Version 1.080 blueprint, so there is more upgrades. And then you got the Professor, which you got more stuff to be able to upgrade stuff. And then the very last one is you have the Master outfit alongside the Energized Meteorite Shard, which is a surge of meteorite sparks with intense energy. However, we are far from any of that, so let's get our first box here and talk to Ryan. Alright. Now we're going to get our journal. So now I can use this as a teleport too. So we are now officially an intern. This is certification that Manithral 2 has achieved the rank of intern. You now have access to the following: Archaeology Journal, Soil Box, stores 50 of each soil type. That's pretty generous. Access to the Guildmaster's office, access to the intern rewards in the Archaeology Guild shop, unlock the Archaeology intern title. Alright. So now I'm just an intern, and we should get started. And they have a team over at Carrot It that could do with another pair of hands. And we're automatically being taken there. So that's fantastic. Alright. So this is still technically part of the tutorial. Okay, so hello friend, welcome to the Carrot It. He's going to give me a quick overview tour. So as you can see, there's the material box, the restored workbench. Over here you can see the base area, the Semite silk. Down here is some ancient gravel. And then over here is debris. But it says first you should read Tony's notes before trying to get in. I, however, will skip this cutscene for the video. Because I want you guys to be able to enjoy that for your first time for yourselves. I personally will be able to enjoy it because I will use my other account to find that out. However, that actually looks like it's going to be it for this video, guys. So thank you guys so much. Oh, wait, patch notes. I will have my guy excavate that while I give you guys the patch notes. Alright, apparently I need to be level 12 to get that. So how about the ancient gravel? So I need to get to level 12 in order to get to that. Okay, so the ancient gravel, I'm able to get that. So this is telling me, oh, ooh, right there is that little hippity hopper dude. You're supposed to try to follow that guy around as much as you humanly possibly can. Humanly possibly can, because he can hop around quite a bit. Alright, so while my guy is excavating, I will read you guys the patch notes, sorry. Alright, so they changed the excavate option on several objects not connected to archaeology in order to reduce confusion, similar to changes that have been made to quest logs and other instructions. Added the dig site quest icon to all related NPCs and locations and objects. Various changes to the Make X interface. Reduce the size of the icons on the right hand panel. Reduce the size of the text in the values section. When selecting a different category, it will no longer show information for an object that has been selected or unlocked. The clickable, tappable region on the share options of in the collection. Sorry, that kind of startled me. In the collection log interface have been increased to cover the entire button. Remove the cutscene that plays when entering and exiting the halls of Camdozel on Ice Mountain. Made numerous improvements to the collection log interface, added the reward info section to each log, increased the click/tap area of favorites and options buttons, changed the ambience on the backgrounds so obtained items are more identifiable, added several bank chests to the overworld in all 5 dig site camps, the exam center, and the Archaeology Guild campus. Added 50 new bank spaces. That's important to keep in mind, guys. Added a bank deposit map icon to all bank deposit locations. Added tooltips to items in the skill guide. Upon leveling up, the skill guide will display all information about each new skill entry. Updated the color of the adrenaline bar to better aid those with color blindness. Remove the Gatherer's Cape from players and returned all shards as the cape now has archaeology requirement. Renamed ancient components to third age components. The Max Guild Portals attunement is now completely independent and no longer checks against the attunements of the portals in War's Retreat. Max is now using the Jack of Trades title as he does not own Archaeology's skill pet yet. That's interesting. The mouse over text for locked invention material now displays in red. Mousing over achievements will now show you the progress towards any meta achievements they are included in. Added the tooltips to the meta achievements listed under the achievement to show what's required. For example, the tooltip for Who's Boss 6 achievement listed as a requirement for the final boss achievement states kill a total number of bosses X time by 5,000. Change the text in the skill interface to say view skill guide rather than just view. Lower the brightness of the sun over the desert strikeworms east of Al-Kharid, which that area is bright. Well, was bright. Bug fixes. Players can no longer open the Yak Track interface while the first time user experience is still active. The taskless Forcer Yak Track more, as doing so caused an issue when blank tasks were displayed on the interface. Hotfix: players can now hand in eggs to Benedict regardless of how much of Benedict's world tour has been completed. Fix an issue where the message played after unlocking the 15th anniversary skilling speech bubbles pointed to the incorrect tab with game settings. Fix numerous graphical bugs surrounding the new dig site entrances and the Archaeology Guild campus. Fix an issue where the Gizmos interface would not repopulate the potential outcomes when dragging materials out of the grid area. Fix an issue where Spacer wasn't showing between some of the requirements in the MakeX interface. The thumbs of certain dig site employees have been returned to their proper size. Known issues is collection log. Number of items in the collection log will have number break over to the next line if there's more than 5 characters visible in hard clue scrolled collections. Player uses the wrong side of the ladder in the Temple of Icove. The ancient gargoyle familiar is missing an animation when using special attack ability. Re-unlocking Comp Camp requires a player to log out and log back in, so people have already accomplished it. That's insane. The ancient water fiend familiar is not blocked from entering the bar's area. Messaging for hanging painting in the guild office doesn't clearly specify that only replica paintings from the art critic Jack's collection can be used. Material cache: one of the Armadillion yellow material caches is not accessible. Time Sprite will not spawn on the eastern amphitheater debris if it is active on the western locations. Archaeologist's workbench MakeX slider works incorrectly when player does not have the materials required to restore an artifact. All Archaeology camp bonfires are burns logs cook functionality. Seth Minus is missing dialogue pre-completion of the dig site quest. Some archaeology items cannot be keepsaked. More options text overwrites the name of the mystery if it's the last one on the list when talking to the site manager. Pop-up the Centurion Dress Sword damage is misplaced when opened for the first time on mobile device. May occasionally experience the client soft locking whilst in the Stormguard Citadel on the Xiaomi Black Shark mobile device. Obtaining candles and chalks from the Infernal Source, do not check if you have them in your another inventory. Unable to add Master Skill Cape to the Skill Cape stand in Anachronia. Outer wall debris incurred. It has a very large click box. And known graphical issues is the various Z fighting issues across all dig sites. If a few tiles missing blocking collision across all dig sites, lava faucet assets does not disappear when the rest of the wall when using remove roofs. Studio debris excavation spot soil color is inconsistent. Players' legs can become transparent during the animation when using Portal and the Infernal Source. Player Maddox disappearing during animation when activating Portal in the Stormguard Citadel. This overspill excavation spot debris is missing in animation. Numerous excavation spots are clipping into the ground, particularly those found in the Infernal Source dig site. Some textures are missing on the ground of the Stormguard Citadel. Blood of Orcus material cache floats mid-air when depleted, and it also has different colors when depleted. Eye of Dagon material cache has different colors when depleted. Material of Animal Furs material cache float. Quintessence material cache has been missing back faces. Numerous assets clipping through another piece of environment across all dig sites. One of the islands of the Infernal Source disappeared when viewing it from a specific location and angle. Drop an item while standing in the portals of the infernal source will cause the item to float. Players disappear from some angles when using some agility shortcuts on mobile devices. So that's actually it for this week, guys. So thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, later, guys.